Shucky Ducky, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope we're all having a great day today. It is Thursday. Oh, we're getting close to the weekend. It is Thursday, the 9th of February, 2023. Hey everyone. What a day. What an absolute meme kind of day. Wait, is this a... Oh no, don't tell me it's still... Oh god, I swear I changed it to Destiny. I swear I changed all of the details as well. Oh, come on. Okay. I did it. I even brought up freaking Firefox and everything. I swear I changed it. God damn it. Seriously, Twitch. What's going on? Alright, this is the Destiny 2 stream. But speaking of Genshin, obviously, I think Gasty, how you know, because I wrote it down on the Discord this morning when I found out. But yeah, some crazy ass shit been going down with the English voice actor for Kategari. It's not good. It's not good, like at all. Why does it happen so often? Yeah, speaking of why does it happen so often, you know what's also additionally hilarious? Apparently, there is yet another scandal that I wasn't even aware of until today when it was brought up because of this scandal. It turns out the Chinese voice actor for Kategari did practically the same thing as the Chinese voice actor for Oz. Cheated on his wife with some underage fans. The fuck is going on, man? Seriously. The underage fans, man. It's all jailbait 24. It's jailbait 24/7, bro. It is jailbait 24/7. It's like just. It keeps flooding in, and for some reason there seems to be at least one voice actor, one VA, one person of some level of prominence somewhere who's just like, well, guess it's my turn. Get it in me. Get all that jailbait shit in me. Like, bro. It's happening just a little bit too often for my comfort. You know, it's pretty fucked. But yeah, on a serious note, I hope the victims of this particular dude's crimes and conduct, poor conduct, inappropriate conduct, are able to get the help that they need in order to move forward with their lives. And in a similar vein, because and this is gonna sound really shit, but because the accusations, the allegations, the conduct which we are talking about does not seem to be as irredeemable as other conduct that we have heard about, i.e., it wasn't like a particularly I'm not aware of there being like any physical altercations, etc., etc., etc. I think it would be I think everyone's best interests if this dude also gets the help that he needs, because it seems like this and it does seem like he recognizes he needs help. So I hope he's able to get the help that he needs as well. I hope everyone is able to, you know, sort it out, move on with their lives. Obviously, never forget, but like at some point, probably need to sort of rehabilitate and try to find a way to move on. He is done though in Genshin. Like it's over. It's over for him in Genshin at the very least. I don't know about whether it's over for him in voice acting. I'm sure maybe one day he can return and just continue voice acting and just do a few gigs here and there. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. But like, it's definitely over for him in Genshin. I would be very surprised if he ever shows up again in Genshin. What that also means is that Kategari is going to get a new voice actor soon. And it's interesting that this came out because apparently Kategari was supposed to show up in Windbloom. Oh, I have no idea how Hoyoverse is going to spin this. The idea that he's going to show up, but with a different voice. It's too fast for that to happen. Or maybe not. I don't know how they're going to do it. But the indication seems to be that he is definitely going to be replaced. And they're gonna have to figure out like how they're gonna do it, possibly before Windbloom. Do they delay 3.5? Highly unlikely. Do they try and do something else? Like, I don't know what the solution is going to be, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. In a similar fashion, it seems like since there apparently has been some very problematic shenanigans going on with the Chinese voice actor for Kave as well, it means that Kave is probably not going to show up in the story for quite some time. So things are going to get weird. Weirder than what it has been for those who had to deal with these particular people's shenanigans for the past however long. Yeah, things are gonna get weird. Scorpion fly. Oh, it's an ornament. Okay. The question is, but you do ask an interesting question, Gasty. Why does this keep happening? And why does this happen so often? I mean, it's hard to say. I can only speculate that, like, when a person, let's not just say people, let's not say the royal people, let's just say when a person, right, is suddenly thrust into the spotlight and or is given a level of fame that they have never experienced before, or a level of power. Hey, Seed, how's it going? A level of power that they have never experienced before. It is. I feel like it's in human nature to flex. Unfortunately, as we have seen regularly, the way that people flex, or the way some people are flexing, is very problematic for everyone involved, and ultimately leads to, you know, some really bad shit happening. Oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's what that is. So, I don't know. Like it's like, for example, how there are like, this is not like the most equivalency, but it's like you think about the stories of people who win the lottery and then very quickly spend all their earnings from the lottery, and now they're broke, or they have a gambling addiction, or some really, really bad shit has happened. they were given all of the sudden an inordinate amount of money, an inordinate amount of, especially in this capitalist organization of the economy, power. And so when given all of this power, the first thing they want to do is flex that power. And so they go off and buy shit, they go gambling, they try to like do shit. Some people, like, this is like, I'm talking about like just a handful of people. I am talking about a handful of people who end up doing bad shit. Power is flexed, exactly. And so they burn through all of the money that they just got from winning the lottery, and now they have a gambling addiction because they burned it through gambling. Or they're flat broke because they just bought a bunch of shit that they don't need because they were just suddenly thrust with a lot of money. You know? Like, this is, I think, just like a way of looking at how human nature can sometimes just absolutely fail spectacularly. And so when we turn around and we look at how there seems to be like just a lot of stories out there over the years, not just in Genshin but also just throughout, the Andrew Callahan situation, you know, just a lot of people who get given, or not necessarily get given, but like who are able to work really, really hard and achieve a position of some prominence, but in their human nature and what others define as mental illness, I'm not 100% sure about that, but either way, in their human nature, in their nature, they want to they want to flex. I didn't look at exactly what Kategari did, but what the Kategari voice actor did, but he was being weird in Discord mainly. No, from what I gather, because I didn't go through the entire document with a fine-tooth comb, but from what I gather, so there's like two parts to this. You've got some text messages between him and some of his fans. You've got some Discord DMs between himself and some of his fans, and then you also have Discord messages between himself and his Discord server mods, whereby he pretty much talks openly about how there are things that he has done that even he has recognized are in fact pretty bad, and thus he needs to go and get some help. Like that, I see that message, and it gives me just a modicum of hope that perhaps he may be able to grow from this to better himself, and then maybe one day reintegrate back into society. But that's why I am willing, I personally, like, you know, being basically, you know, a random third party who's just looking in from the outside. I just feel like it is probably okay to at least give him the hope that perhaps he will change. Some people outside, some people who are also effectively looking in from the outside, straight up are like not even willing to do that. You know what? Whatever, it is what it is. They can think whatever they want to think. That's cool. Because ultimately, unless you're one of the victims, it doesn't really matter what you think. It doesn't really matter what I think either, because, you know, I'm not really related in this story in any way, shape, or form. But from my personal point of view, just because the allegations don't seem to be like worse, I wouldn't say too bad, but because the allegations don't seem to be worse, and he seems to have recognized that what he did was bad. Hey, Vilzu, how's it going? Because he seems to have recognized that what he was doing was in fact bad, to the point where he himself realized that he needed to get some help in regards to this particular situation, possibly. I think it's probably a good idea to hope that he just gets well, gets better, in a similar fashion to how his victims can get better. Like, if there was like actual physical assault, sexual assault, all of that jazz, like, okay, yeah, then we have a very, very different story, you know? Good, just came from an ice hockey train. Wait, why, when you type in ice like that, capital letters, that sounds like the, border, border patrol, or like the sort of border, border patrol. That sounds like American Border Patrol, ICE. But yeah, so yeah, like, as of now, if I decide to, when I do continue to play Kategari, I will swap the game to Japanese or Chinese. Well, maybe not Chinese. When I go back to playing Kategari in my Quicken teams, I will be making a point of swapping the game to Japanese until he gets a new voice actor. I will swap the game to Japanese. It is completely performative on my side, but fuck it. I have no desire whatsoever to listen to his voice as the voice actor for Kategari until he gets a new voice. By the way, from Finland, my English is pretty bad. You're doing alright, mate. What matters is that as long as we can, like, more or less understand what you're saying, you should be alright. You don't need to worry about it. Feel free to use Google Translate if you need. I tend to do that as well. We have people not just from Finland. We have people from, sometimes we have people coming in from like Japan who don't even write English at all. You know, so you're already like doing better than you well, not doing better, but like you're already more understandable than those people. And like even then, like I could just crack out Google Translate. If you want to type Finnish, you go ahead. I will crack out Google Translate, and then I will also attempt to pronounce Finnish. Finnish? Is that the name of the language? Finnish, right? What game are you playing? This is Destiny 2. Like I don't know. Have we had people just randomly rock up and speak? We've had people, I think, randomly show up and type German, and I will look at that and be like, oh. Okay, I guess I'll have to crack out my German accent. One sec. Unfortunately, my German accent will then sound sort of vaguely Hitlerish. Mainly because I'll be deriving my German accent from, what's his name? I think he recently passed away. He's the actor who played Adolf Hitler in, Downfall, that movie. But then also, like, I might also derive my German accent from the portrayal of Steiner, I think. No, not Steiner. I low-key don't know how Hitler sounds. I feel like I think I've heard like a couple of historical archive speeches of Hitler, as he like some of his not like the whole thing. I wasn't listening to it, lol. But like I've heard like maybe like, you know, there's kind of like little montages of like, these are some of the worst people in history, and you have like Mussolini, Stalin, Hitler, you know, like, and it would be like a quick snippet of like one of their speeches, that kind of thing. I think I've heard Hitler through one of those speeches. I would probably say that like Downfall, that movie about the last days of Hitler's life and the last days of at least the German the German front of World War II, not the Japanese front of World War II, but like the Western front of World War II. The last few days of the Western front of World War II as they got invaded by the Soviets. I feel like his portrayal and the way that he sounds as an old German person. Ultimately, I think he probably sounds pretty accurate, but obviously, you know, as someone who happens to not be German, bro, I'm only sort of guessing. Dog or cat? In what context? I am neither a dog person nor a cat person. However, if you're talking about, like, for example, in Warframe, would I prefer to use a dog or a cat? I tend to find cats to be more useful than dogs. Like Kubros! Kubros are cool, and they were like the first pets that we got, so that's really cool. But like, Kavats are able to strip armor. Kubros are able to do, I think, more damage, like, per hit. But I don't know, I honestly, I don't really need to use a pet to do a lot of damage per se. I kind of prefer to have a much more utility-based pet, so in that context, I find cats to be just a superior companion. Until, of course, we start talking about mowers and sentinels and all sorts of other crazy shit. Oh no, we don't. No, I find cats to be even superior to mowers potentially. Although that being said, though, if I ever do get around to playing with K4T3G4R1 again, that is a mower that 9 times out of 10 refuses to die. So there is that. Uh-oh. Oh, bro. Damn, how did they all die? Can you say, wow, there's a lot of dots in those letters. I'm gonna have to run that through Google Translate and then hear what Google Translate thinks is the way to say it first. And also potentially get a translation of that so that I'm not just actively saying that I like cock and balls within my pants. For example. And then I'll have a crack at saying it. Because I'm sure if I hear it, I'll just need to be able to... That's me here, pizza man. Ah. Wait, you guys don't have a Finnish word for pizza? So the Finnish... So there's no Finnish word for pizza, is there? That's my takeaway right now. Not takeaway as a takeaway food. I mean, the big takeaway that I'm seeing right now is that y'all don't have a word for pizza. Oh, wasted melee. We have Finland. We have in Finland, pizza is pizza. You're not even... that's... Okay, no, you know what? Fair enough. I was about to say that doesn't really count as trying. But then again, like, in Japanese, katakana exists. Where they just basically sound out the word and kind of just go from there. Which is, you know, fair enough. So yeah, pizza is pizza in Finnish. Fair enough.
The worm breeding ground is clear of swarm.
Alright.
For now, anyway.
They'll be back, I'm sure. But your efforts continue to hold them off.
Okay, let's have a look at that particular phrase. I don't know Finnish. I haven't heard Finnish, like, not even in a long time. I haven't heard Finnish ever, so I don't even know what kind of accent I should be trying to put in. Let me see if let's have a look. going to assume that the letters, even with the dots, should at least sort of be similar to how English works. So I'll start off by saying Minna ta'ala pizza mis. That can't be right. Minna ta'ala pizza mis. I don't know why I'm putting in an apostrophe. Kind of makes it sound Arabic. Ta'ala. No, that can't be right. Alright, let's have a listen.
Minä täällä pizzamies.
Minna ta'ala what? Minna ta'ala pizza mis. Really?
Minä täällä pizzamies.
Minna ta'ala pizza. Minna ta'ala pizza mis. Wait, so how do the dots fit into this? Or is it just like... Or is that actually a red herring? Do the dots actually make a difference with how pronunciation works? Or is it just a meme? I was actually pretty close too. Because I said, what did I say? I said Minna ta'ala pizza mis or something like that. I just added an apostrophe for no reason. Turn it Arabic for a sec.
Commander Zavala, we agree to the right of proving. The Cabal sends forth its...
Okay, bro, if you're from Finland, that sounds so funny. I'm pretty sure if you were to walk around, even in Australia, and you just unironically say, hey, I'm the pizza man here, we would also look at you and be like, okay. Bit weird. Man, no matter how hard I try, my Yalan Hytham team always slower than my Xingchu's team by a second. Yalan Al Hytham team? Whoa, wait. Is this meant to be a Quick Bloom team, or is this meant to be Nilu Explosions of Madness team? Nilu Blooms of Madness team. Like, what is the context of this of both teams even? Double Dendro Hyper Bloom? Double Dendro Hyper Bloom. So are you chucking in Yao Yao or something? Because I think at that point the reason is because when you have Xingqiu instead of running Yalan, I think you end up with, like, if you run on-field Alhaitham with Xingqiu instead of on-field Alhaitham with Yalan, you end up with more bloom seeds, and when you end up with more bloom seeds, you can you can do more hyper blooms. Because I don't know who your hyper bloom trigger is. Maybe it's A, maybe it's Kuki. But like, okay. Oh shit! I have a math test and I haven't read. Wait, what do you need to read for a math test? You're using Kuki. Yeah. So that might be the reason. Cause I mean, that being said though, if your Alhaitham has like a lot of crit damage and crit rate, and if your Alhaitham has a lot of EM and crit, then you can also with Yalan you have a better chance of quick blooming, whereby you can use Quicken on with Alhaitham for a bit longer, because the Quicken aura isn't getting yeeted as quickly with Xingqiu. But I think it's because you're getting more seeds that you're going to be off by a sec. Now, it's actually, if anything, it's actually impressive that you're only off by a second, because I think by all the TC's sort of calculations, you should be off by a lot more than just a second. You know, with the amount of TC's who basically suck Xingqiu's dick constantly. Just a Jeff. No, with the amount of TC's who like suck off Xingqiu, you'd think that like it was, you know, it would be a bit more than a second of difference. I'm not sure how to say that. Onse perkele haiva pela. Okay. I kind of ended up putting a bit of a Spanish accent on that, I think. Let me have a look at what that actually means. Did I say... What did I say? It's damn good to play. Wait. I was asking... Wait, what did I ask? No, it's a Finland word. It's a Finnish word. Oh, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat and let's see if Google Translate has any idea what you're saying. Just sing to you kind of casually versus try hard, Yalan. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. That explains why it was only a second then. Yeah, fair. But yeah, I suspect the reason why you are off by a second, no matter what, is because you are getting more hyper blooms. You're getting more seeds, and so therefore Cookie is able to do more hyper blooms. And in the grand scheme of things, hyper bloom is pretty strong. You know, hyper blooms, especially with like a high EM Cookie. I assume your Cookie is just high EM. Just does a lot of damage. Is it okay if I put lots of Finnish words in the chat? Hey, go ahead. I really don't mind. I really don't mind. And in fact, I would prefer that, if anything. More foreign words, more foreign language in the chat means that we can have an opportunity to like have a crack at trying to speak the language, a language that I've never spoken in my entire life. And you know, we can kind of like sort of guess how things sound, and then you know, the native in the chat will be able to be like, oh, you sound horrible, or wow, that's actually surprisingly close. You know, stuff like that. Which is pretty cool. Because how often do you get to... Sorry, not do you get to. You get to speak Finnish regularly. Like, how often as a as a non-Finnish person, or as a non-Japanese person, or as like a non-redneck, do you get to like try and speak the language? And by try, I mean massively fail at speaking the language to someone in the hopes of being able to communicate to them that which you were trying to speak. Like, especially in Australia, we call ourselves a multicultural nation, but you know, whilst it is multicultural, everyone here is speaking English, so you know, it's not multi-language. It's not necessarily a multi-language nation by that like super duper international memes. Aku angka ja lakko teki haivi videotadon. Videoitadon. Or I must have butchered that big time. What does that actually sound like?
Aku Ankka ja Lakko tekee hyviä videoita Dan.
Okay, I wasn't too bad. Aku Ankka ja Lakko. So even Google Translate doesn't exactly know what that means. The first 4 words, Google Translate isn't able to determine what that means. It is able to determine like that it's Finnish, but it doesn't know what the first 4 words mean. And if that's the case, then like clearly this is some like advanced Finnish. Aku Anka is Donald Duck. What? How does that work? So, and what does Jalako mean? Or Jalako? Makes good videos done. Donald Duck makes good videos? Donald Duck? Aku means me here? As in you're in another, in what, like, what language are you again, Seed? I don't think it's, like, okay. There was a short period of time where I legit thought you were Chinese. I don't think you're Chinese. I think you're meant to be, not meant to be. I think you're, I feel like you're Vietnamese. I could be wrong. I mean, I probably am wrong. And by wrong, Malaysian. Oh my god. That was literally my second guess. I was about to say, like, I think you're either Vietnamese or Malaysian or something like that. Malaysian and Islamic. Right. Malaysian and... Well, in that case, it's Malaysian and Arabic. Is the language that we're going for, right? Islamic is not a language. Islamic is a religion, possibly a race. I'm Australian here. Hell yeah, mate! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! No, Donald Duck is a good character. I am very indifferent about Donald Duck. I mean, the guy does mean... And Lako is YouTuber. Donald Duck is a YouTuber and he makes good videos? Donald Duck is a YouTuber who makes good videos. Is that the sentence you were trying to say? Oh no, Lako is a YouTuber for Finland. Jesus Christ. Can't believe I just said, like, Donald Duck is a YouTuber who makes good videos. What? What kind of like heresy is that? So I meant I'm Australian. True. Like, dude, like, obviously as an Australian, I am doing everyone across the nation, everyone who is watching from outside of Australia, the courtesy of flipping my stream upside down so that you can see me right side up, or what you guys call right side up. Whereas, like, obviously, the stream is actually upside down. Yeah, who knows? Who knows, mate? Who knows? Nothing is ever as it seems.
You have traditions, and I must honor yours. I will see you soon to bargain.
I'm glad to hear it. You will find our talent for diplomacy matches our skill in combat.
Anyway, I realize I haven't really asked the big question of the day. Which is, Milainen Pavasi Oli. That is the big question of today. Milainen Pavasi Oli. Now, did I even say that remotely correctly?
Millainen päiväsi oli?
Millainen päiväsi oli. Okay, that is the big question of today. It has always been that is the big question of every day. Millainen päiväsi oli, which, according to Google Translate, means, how was your day? Chat, how was your day? Your day was good. That's good. It's good. So what kind of math test do you need to study? Vilzu. What math test do you need to study? Perhaps we may be able to help. Now, if it's like high school math and if like hot day but it's good, nice. Now, if you're doing like high school math, we should be able to help you. Right up until you start talking about differentiation and right up until you start talking about like derivatives and shit. Like if you're talking about calculus, look, I'm Asian and I may be Asian, but dude, I've forgotten pretty much everything about calculus. Much to the dismay of, like, you know, my Asian parents. I can't, that'll be like the one topic of mathematics, of like somewhat advanced mathematics, let's just say, that I cannot help you with, because I honestly, I don't know either. I remember, like, back in high school, I was all into that shit. But, you know, I've grown up, and I work as a VFX artist, not as a scientist of some description, which means I have not had any need to use any of that at all in either my professional or personal life. So, there we go. And I'm in 5th grade. Ah! Well, perhaps... Well, I don't know. I think... Is Finland's education system... Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's sort of reorganize our thoughts for someone who's in 5th grade is what kind of things do you learn in 5th grade, I guess? Like how advanced are we talking? Because like in 5th grade we start learning about some pretty meaty things, but in some nations, like China for example, the kind of stuff you learn in 5th grade is the kind of stuff that you probably already be doing in China in like 3rd grade, if not 2nd grade. And then like the kind of things you learn in 10th grade, you're already doing like at the end of primary school. You know, different nations have like different kinds of education systems that are like pretty borderline. Like 9.0 what? 9.0 10 math. Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? Because that looks like a ratio, as in plus L plus ratio. But that looks like a ratio, but it's not. I don't think that's a ratio. Or do you mean like you're currently learning things that most people would that other countries would be doing in year 10? In which case, you are in a very advanced math class. By the way, I don't use my brains. Me neither, buddy. Me neither. Not on a Thursday night, at least. Too tired to be using my brain on a Thursday night. Why the game looks like Apex Legends? To be fair, this game would have come out before Apex Legends, which means the big question is, why does Apex Legends look like this? Then again though, Apex, it's a shooter. A lot of shooting games are gonna look a little bit like Apex Legends. On top of that, like Destiny being a more of a sort of like a techno fantasy type shooter, in a similar fashion to how Warframe is sort of like a techno fantasy shooter. Apex is gonna end up looking like these kind of games as well. And then on top of that, you have like abilities and everything. So yeah, that would be why you feel like this game, or rather, you feel like Apex looks like this game. On top of that, is Apex considered a looter shooter? No, it's not. It's a PvP game. Right? It's mainly a PvP game. So if anything, it's supposed to be like Overwatch?
The land tank is grinding up nesses for Cabal munitions. That's been the Vex plan for centuries.
If either side were competent, they'd have wiped each other out already.
My back just left the chat. Your back just left the chat. Pray tell, what intonation does that mean? Did you just suffer an injury? Or do you mean my bad just left the chat? Did you mean bad, or did you actually mean back? Because if your back is leaving the chat, you may need to go to the hospital. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you need to go to the hospital then. If your spinal cord has left the chat, you ain't feeling anything for the foreseeable future. Number one. Number two, your entire skeletal system might as well collapse. And so, you know, straight to the hospital. I slipped on the stairs, but my dog saved you. Is your dog okay? To land on a dog, I mean, that's kind of rough. Oh, psh. Just blew myself up. Man, you know how, like, I don't know what's going on. Guys, I don't know what's going on when it comes to, like, me playing Genshin. But, like, Hu Tao is now the second out of 2 new characters in the past, like, however long now, where, like, the last 2 new characters that I got in Genshin, being Hu Tao and Alhaitham, for some reason, both times, the weapon that I'm trying to use on them, the materials I need to ascend Hu Tao, or no, not ascend, to deal with, to get Hu Tao's talents up, it happens to be on the same day as the materials that I need to ascend the weapon of choice, being Dragon's Bane. And it was the same with Alhaitham. The day that I need, the day that I should be using to get Alhaitham's talents up also happens to be the same day with which to get materials to ascend friggin' Harange Pakufutsu. I gotta go, how long are you gonna stream? Oh, maybe another half hour. So that I can, like, sleep at a normal time. Right about half an hour. Am I just like... Is it because I'm not picking like the quote-unquote signature weapons? Like, being like Staff of Homeless, Lo-Fi, stuff like that. Is it because I am not picking those weapons that I am constantly finding myself having to use the exact same day to deal with talents and to also deal with weapon ascension? Like, how does this happen? Because what day does Staff of Homeless, what day is the domain for Staff of Homeless? What day is the domain for Lo-Fi? Are they the same as Harange Pakufutsu? Are they the same as Dragon's Bane? I don't know. I don't know. It's very weird. Alright, see ya, Vilzu. Have a nice day. Or night. You're in Finland, so it'll be a nice day. Unlimited! On stupid shield. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, come on. Horma is Wednesday, Saturday. Dragon's Bane is Tuesday, Friday. That's it. That's literally it. It's going to be the same It's gonna be the same difference between lo-fi and haram gepakafutsu. Or as I might start calling it halal gepakafutsu. It's not haram, it's halal. Oh, bro. Got him.
I think these Cabal like you. They keep coming back for more.
Ooh, energy weapon. Alright, let's have a look. What level of an energy weapon are you? 1581. Nice. 1581. I will take that. Alright, back to playing the best. Back to playing the best element for warlocks. Voidlocks. My favorite kind of warlock. Oh hell, my favorite subclass in general. Voidlocks for the win. It's the most fun. It's just simply the most fun. Wait, how? Oh, right, okay. Uh, 1560. Oh, wait, no. That does need to get an upgrade eventually. Oh, ambitious. Okay, what do we got? How did I get so many of these? Okay, surplus, increased low chain reaction, e-spinal blow crit. Okay, oh, that's an option. Type hand. I don't care. I think I'm going to stick with lasting impression memes though, because it does sound tempting to have chain reaction, but I don't use my rockets to kill enemies, and I have Lemon Arc and Trinity Gold to do that, so I don't think I need a rocket launcher with chain reaction. Seems unnecessary. But I will continue to use lasting impression. It's a bit trickier to use, I think, but yeah, I prefer that. Oh yeah. Cringe. This week's friggin' Nightfall requires Forsaken, which I don't have on PC, I only have it on PS4. And I have no intention of playing Destiny on PS4 anymore. So this is cringe. This is cringe beyond all compare. And that also means no knife. That also means no Grandmaster Nightfall, lol. Alright, well, fuck it then. What do we got? Guardians defeated. Jesus Christ, I hate this one so much. Why did it have to be PvP to get the Tiku's Divination bloody catalyst to be upgraded? Why did it have to involve PvP? That's so... Well, it's not even cringe, it's just shit. Competitive. Ugh. Crucible Labs? What the hell is this? Team Quick Play? Ugh. Rumble? Ugh. Ugh. I guess... No, fuck it. Nah, I don't want to play any PvP in this game. No, it's fucked. Alright, let's do these then. Preservation. This is gonna take bloody forever. Let's have a look at what else is going on in the world. What's happening in Genshin Gym Pack chat? Perfect crit ratio. Is that what, 60 something 187? Oh no, 80 something 167. Very good. If you get more crit damage, feel free to go ahead. How much crit rate do I keep? It's over 60. I mean, that's the big question, isn't it, with Genshin? Is that, like, whenever you ask how much of a stat should I have, the answer is basically whatever the hell you can get, because it's RNG. So, you know, just do whatever you can. Even when we say, like, oh, you reckon you can try and get some more EM in this build, you reckon you can try to get some more ER in this build, you reckon you can try and get, like, maybe swap this out for something with, like, more crit damage and less crit rate, or, like, swap this out for maybe some more attack, or swap this out for maybe some more EM. You can only do that if you happen to actually have those pieces. There's a good chance you don't, because RNG. If you do, good job. If you don't, then it's tough. Like when I do Genshin build videos, it's less. Oh god damn it! Did I seriously miss like that badly? And here I was trying to be cute by like sort of making it swing around that wall. But no, I just completely missed. Which is like cringe beyond all belief. Alright, it seems like all my roommates are going to sleep, which means we're going to go into quiet mode. Chat, we're going to go into quiet mode where I'm not going to shout, and it's Destiny, so there's no real reason to shout. No shouting, no loud noises. Of course, this often gets confused with potentially disinterest in what's going on, but that is not the case. We are just simply being respectful of one's living conditions and those who one lives with. Very important to be respectful of those that you live with, because, well, you're living with them, which means you basically have to deal with them whenever you're in the house or apartment or wherever it is you live in. So it's important to, you know, maintain a good relationship, and one of the ways you can at least help maintain a good relationship is by not shouting and screaming when they are trying to sleep, because sleep, very important. Very important. I just happen to sleep a little later than all my roommates, so, you know, it's good to try and maintain a modicum of quiet. A modicum. Keeping the doors closed tends to help as well with sort of mitigating noise pollution. Hey, where am I going? This level always has like that thing of like, where the hell am I going? Some of my friends have never ridden a bike. Some of my friends back in Sydney have apparently never ridden a bike, and I didn't even know this. I just sort of assumed that like everyone I know has ridden a bike and knows how to ride a bike in some way, shape, or form. And some of my friends legit apparently don't. So my friends are going to be, well, unfortunately I won't be able to join them because I'm still in self-imposed exile. But some of my friends have decided that it's high time they teach the others how to ride a bike. This is one of the reasons why I wish I was able to work in Sydney. One day. Come hell or high water, one day. That being said though, I'm told that members of the Sydney office have stated that it was very good to have a nuke compositor in the Sydney office, because it turns out we are actually very, very useful people even when the entirety of the building is surrounded from head to toe in flame compositors. It was in fact very good to have a nuke compositor around. Apparently we can just... I guess like we can handle CG a little bit better. Like I think that's the main idea. We can handle CG a lot better than flame compositors. That seems to be the general theory anyway. Because like, oftentimes with certain projects, something that ends up happening is that whilst we, the new compositors, will put it all together, we then need to sort of provide some materials from our setup so that it can be easily put together again in flame, so that it can be worked on with the client, like live. It's a bit of an all hands on deck kind of scenario, but it is what it is. But the reason why it doesn't just get worked on by the flame compositors to start off with is because it's because iterations in like CG just makes it difficult for the way that flame works to sort of like archive and like synchronize everything regularly when there's like new iterations of CG renders, for example. Like I think that's the reason why flame compositors don't want to have to deal with CG until it's like absolutely finalized, because otherwise it's just going to be a complete and utter hassle to try and like synchronize and then resynchronize CG renders and all that jazz. It gets weird. I think is the idea. Because when you're a new composer, you don't really need to synchronize anything. As long as you have access to your file browser, you're effectively good to go. Depending on where you are, you could potentially go for like some sort of shotgun sort of file pipeline type dealio. But otherwise, it's more just about like being able to use your file browser. You're good to go. Some people don't even bother using like whatever pipeline tool we have to easily organize and bring stuff in. Some of us are just like, nah, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it manually. Manually always. And so when they're just doing it manually always, it doesn't really matter at that point. Whereas with the flame guys, it seems to be very like insulated, very like synchronized type shenanigans, as opposed to the nukers who are just like, oh okay, it's ready, let me just grab that and just chuck it in and move on. So yeah, it's a bit interesting. It's interesting. I've never used flame before. I've only just seen it being used, and also, heard of some of the discussions between flame compers. But that does seem to be the general consensus, I think, at least among the flame compositors I've talked to, where like flame really has to deal with a lot of archiving and stuff. But in doing so, it is ultimately faster for them to just make changes and iterations to their work, to their full comps. Whereas with nukers, sometimes because we haven't exactly like synced everything to like a specific server, so that's faster to read and all that jazz, sometimes our program just lags like crazy. So yeah, it's a bit of a trade-off. completely unnecessary old. I'll have to have a look at like what's going on in Arizona. I remember I think it was last week I came across something on Reddit. Apparently Arizona is trying to introduce a new law that specifically makes it illegal to be a trans performer, or as they call it, a drag show performer. And it's like very, very specific language. Basically, it is illegal for you to do both of the to both dress up in clothing that is different to your assigned gender, assigned sex at birth, and perform. I think that's like the wording of it. Like, you cannot perform whilst dressing up in clothing that is different to your assigned gender. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, if that's real, this is really the kind of thing that you're going to like spend all of your time, all this time and effort in legislating and putting through? Like, after a guy shot up a friggin' after a guy shot up a bar that happened to also be doing drag performances? Really? Really, Arizona? This is the priority that you're going to have? Like, first off, it's a fucking performance. Number one. Secondly, I don't know about you guys, but children are not allowed in bars without the accompaniment of an adult, and even then, you don't groom children while their parents are there, dummy. So like, it's not a fucking grooming event. And then thirdly, it's a performance, Arizona. Hello? Arizona. Free speech, Omega Lol. Also Arizona. Let's just straight up ban like cabaret. Like, what? Really? Really? Like, I don't know about you, but like, for a state that is like desperately trying to stop communism, that's some fucking North Korea shit, dude. Banning a specific kind of performance. That's some North Korea shit, dude. You know, you want to talk about like in America, they're trying to also like censor the internet big time. It's the fucking Republicans who are trying to make that a thing. Trying to like censor the not censor the internet. I think they're trying to censor pornography or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I remember hearing like somehow like the Republican-led House is wanting to censor pornography or some shit like that. Dude, that's some fucking China shit, dude. You don't want to be China because people don't have freedom in China. Then why the fuck are you trying to legislate a ban on pornography or shit like that? How do you even do that? When America has like the biggest porn industry, like one of the biggest, if not the biggest porn industries in the world. And you're gonna legislate that away? All that tax money. I don't know. This world is so very, very strange. But yeah, I wonder if Arizona has actually passed that bill. I think it's worth having a look and see if it's been passed, because it truly is like a ridiculous bill. Frankly, like America's discussion on trans people's existence and also, you know, trans rights and all that jazz has been nothing short of comical in how much pushback they get simply for existing, which is just fucking wild. And the fact that, like, not only is there resistance from, like, the hillbilly redneck society of America, there's also resistance from people who call themselves feminists. Like, what? How do you manage to do that? Oh, it's because they're a trans exclusionary feminist. Then you're not a feminist, schmuck. That's just the deal. I don't know about you guys, TERFs are not feminists. Okay? If you're confused about TERFs, just know they're not feminists. You can't. It's not a thing to be fucking to be a quote unquote trans exclusionary radical feminist. No, you're just an asshole. You're just an asshole at that point. JK. If you're gonna randomly like spout nonsense about a group of people whose sole intent is to just basically exist. Exist the way that they feel is most comfortable, that doesn't hurt anyone else. That actually legit does not hurt anyone else. And you have a problem with that? Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I have a, like, if you can have a problem with people who are just born in such a way that they find that the best way to be comfortable with themselves is to wear different clothes, act a different way, then I have a problem with all religious people. I have a problem with the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church is not even something that you're born into. You do get to choose, to some extent, what religion you are. Maybe we should ban religions. Maybe if we ban religions first, then we can turn around and maybe talk about, like, whether or not we should, you know, not let trans people exist in society. Because being trans, I think, is kind of not really a choice. You are what you are. But being religious and choosing which religion you are, oh, now that's a choice. What you believe, choosing which completely false set of facts you believe in. Oh, what? You believe that a big beady skyman lives in this? You believe there's a big beady skyman who, like, controls everything and yet somehow allows plagues and famines and floods to happen? Okay, jail. How about that? In my world, it's not trans people or gay people who are jailed. It's religion. It's Catholics. No, it's Catholic priests. We'll start off with Catholic priests because they're all fucking pedophiles anyway. Not really, but like we'll start off with Catholic priests. You believe and you preach to children, which, you know, by redneck hillbilly logic is grooming. Oh shit! You believe and you preach that there is a big beady skyman who will send you straight to a burning pit of hell unless you believe everything that he says, including apparently that homosexuality is not a thing that exists or transgenderism is not a thing that exists. Cool, jail. Just straight up jail. And if you preach that shit to children, if there is any child within your church, execution, guillotine. Just guillotine that shit. We'll take all the redneck hillbilly like measures and we'll just apply it to religious people, Catholics, Protestants, priests, bishops. I don't care. You choose to be that, and so because you've chosen to be that, guillotine. Because you chose to be that. That's the main thing. They done chose to be that. In a video game, obviously. By the way, in a video game. But yeah, that's the hypothetical scenario. If we were to take the kind of measures that are often cited to be used against homosexual people, transgender people, transsexual people, people who just simply want to exist, drag performers even, then we will do the exact same thing to, you know, anyone who chooses to be in the KKK, guillotine. Just fucking guillotine that shit and move on. Why does the KKK even exist? In the year of our Lord 2023, how the hell does that organization still exist? Just fucking purge it, move on. Oh, but, you know, freedom of speech. Yeah, but these are the same group of assholes who don't want drag performances to exist. So freedom of speech doesn't exist. If you don't think that drag performances should exist, then you don't believe the freedom of speech should exist. And if you don't believe the freedom of speech should exist, then why the hell should we allow the fucking KKK to exist? If we don't allow the KKK, if that's the case, then, you know, guillotine the fucking KKK, move on. It's that simple. I'm Ben Shapiro, and hypothetically, what if pornography was made illegal? Oh, okay, cool. Then if we want to make pornogaphy illegal, we should also make evangelicalism, or whatever the fuck it's called. Gospel of prosperity. We should make that shit illegal too. Yeah, fucking just illegalize that shit, 100%. You know, if you're gonna make porn illegal, Ben, then you don't believe in free speech, and that's cool. I have no problem not believing in free speech. We can then take that premise of not believing in free speech, and just pretty much ban all the shit that's actually genuinely harmful. We'll start off with the Ben Shapiro show. Fucking piece of shit. And I'll take it one step further. No, I won't take it that step further. Hypothetically, in a video game, allegedly.
The pyramid is safe, but the scorn will never give up their fight. Not while the witness goes.
Like, you know, it's just so dumb. Like, you want to, like, everything that you want to ban. Why do you want to ban that shit, dude? Why? So short-sighted and so inclined to just not let that stuff happen. And yet you want there to be freedom? Hello? Freedom mod check, basically. Why am I talking about this? Let's just talk about something else. Oh, right, because Arizona. Okay, let's just talk about something else. I saw a few clips of what's the best way to say him? Oh yeah, I saw a few clips of reanimated corpse Joseph Robinette Biden and his speech during the State of the Union. It's kind of hilarious that a necromancer managed to actually reinvigorate this dude, and he's now sort of pretending to run the country. And like, I understand the idea of being adversarial when you're in Congress, but like, Jesus Christ, they just wouldn't shut the fuck up for 5 seconds. And they're like constantly screaming and heckling. Party of strong values, by the way, though. Like, I don't know, man. Just from an outside perspective, I just see that entire thing as just purest cringe. You can be wrong about policies. You can debate your side. You can be very, very vehement that you believe that you have the right idea. That's all cool. Just don't be cringe. And that's exactly what they were. This is exactly what the Republicans were during the entirety of the fucking speech. They were just unadulterated cringe. And so, like, ugh. It wasn't keck, it was cringe, brother. So yeah, very disappointed in that. Although, you know, not surprised. Why am I talking about this? Let's talk about something else interesting. Where the hell is the thing? Oh, there it is. Oh, bloody hell. Where's the big man? Oh, at work we're doing another cub challenge. Doing another cub tournament. Wait, since when do you throw stuff? Yeah, we're doing another cub tournament. This time it's duos. So you basically well, I didn't pick a partner, I got a partner picked for me. Or rather, I was picked by the person via a raffle. And so we had our first match, and we managed to barely win by like 1 point. Effectively like 1 stick. We were very close to losing. They weren't able to get rid of our last stick before the king stick, and I was able to seal the deal against the first team that we played against with the king stick. So, like, for those who don't know, Cub is a very interesting game. Basically, the idea is that you put these blocks on either side. Each player or each team even has like, I think it's 6 blocks. The goal is to use these wooden sticks to throw them underarm at the blocks and knock them out. Underarm though, so you can't just like aim and do an overarm throw. So obviously that'd be a bit easy, and number 1, and also number 2, it'd be a bit dangerous because you'd be unironically pegging a wooden block at people. That's probably not a good. What the fuck? And that's probably not like something that we want to do for the sake of maintaining some level of OH&S. It's a bit of a tricky game, but I feel like once you get a technique down that works well, you can kind of sort of reliably at least get the sticks close enough in like a bundle. Get them close to the goal blocks that you're trying to hit.
I savored every note. If only you hadn't.
So yeah. I remember first time I was playing the initial Cub tournament. I ended up dominating against the guy that I was playing against. Now, it's interesting. The interesting thing about that one, though, is that he is he was a professional, or he is a professional MMA fighter. He's very athletic. I still kicked his ass. Because this is a game that doesn't necessarily need the most athletic, where you don't necessarily need to be the world's most athletic person. As long as you have a technique and as long as it works, you can beat him. In fact, one of the best players at work is a tall, lanky guy. He's not exactly the most athletic, and he doesn't even. He's not like he's like me. He uses electric scooter. He uses an electric skateboard rather to get to work, which means he's not exactly like walking or sprinting to work every day, all that jazz. And yet, oftentimes he is kind of the authority to want to keep an eye on, the one to keep an eye on when we have tournaments and shit. Wait. Oh. We'll see if I manage to win the tournament this time. Like, I lost to someone, but barely. It would be nice if I can, at least maintain a high position, if not higher. We'll see. I want to say that, like, no matter how not even no matter how, as what am I talking about? Man, I'm tired. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh my god. Hey. Hey. Oh my god. Okay. We move on? Okay, we can. butterfly out of nowhere.
I didn't want to die, you know.
Okay, what was I gonna check?
To live, to sail endless seas, visit
Oh, there was something I wanted to check just then, but I don't remember what it is. Man,
my first
I'm
learned
so tired.
logic. This was my deepest confusion. The sword values life over everything else. But it is life defined by constant death and near eternal winnowing. Having yet
Oh, that's right, I wanted to go in dim.
when you destroyed everything but yourself, what of life is left
Alright.
to live?
Take me back to the tower. Alright, let's see. I think I need to get rid of some of these things. 1578, 75, 72, 74. 76. From 1578 to 1579, literally nothing. Oh, I was watching The Flash because the final season has started today. In fact, interesting episode. A few crazy things happen, but kind of expected there to be this kind of episode for the last season. It happened in Arrow as well. Did it happen in Supergirl? I don't think she ever had that kind of an episode. Legends had that kind of episode, but it wasn't for like the final season. They just randomly had that episode one day. All of a sudden, they just happened to have that kind of an episode. And I guess it makes sense for them because they're much more of a time travel show. But am I stuck in a loading loop? Oh no, I'm stuck in a loading loop. Man. Destiny servers are such fun, aren't they? Alright, what do we got? I can actually use dim to sort of figure it out. Alright, let's just get rid of the erroneous shit. Okay, 1567, no thank you. 70, no. 71, no. 74. Oh, good, we're finally here. Must have hit some network turbulence. As much as I want to keep like filament robes, the reality is that I don't need them anymore because transmutation kind of exists. Or rather, transmog kind of exists. It's not perfect, but it does, like, essentially exist. So I do have a few options in that regard. Wow, I'm really strapped for, like, useful shit. Being in combat, nah. Okay, we gotta get rid of some of these rockets. Oh shit. Gonna hold on to that. Might as well hold on to that as well. Probably use it to upgrade my other swords eventually. that. I'll take that, and then. Okay, yeah, very tired. Now, wasn't there like a gun that had a high... Oh, there we go. Oh, from 1578 to 1582, that's... Well, that's a bit shit. While you are the only member, increase all damage to combatants, lol. Lucian finisher. Weekend clear. You know what, let's have a crack at solo operative, why not? Just to fuck with people. Oh no, why is there a single warlock here? Because I'm stronger than everyone else combined!
What can I do for you,
Warlock? Bloody hell. Okay, what do we got? It's 1573 to 1579? That's fucking it? Alright.
Guardian. Yep.
Alright, folks, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night here. I'm getting really tired. I'm kind of starting to fall asleep just playing this fucking game. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, don't forget to follow. Feel free to sub. If you're watching on YouTube now or in the future, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.